Fit to Love 100 meetup. This is our first meetup. Who knows if we're going to have any other one, but I'll call it the first meetup just in case. And I am so happy to have 5 more members of the Fit to Love 100 group with us. So I'd just like to have us introduce ourselves really quickly so you'll know who's here and where you can follow them. And we'll get started with Natalie.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I am the One True Diamond on Instagram. Where else am I at? YouTube. How can I forget YouTube? YouTube is where I start out as the One True Diamond. So I'm the One True Diamond on YouTube, Instagram. I am Natalie Stokes Ward on Facebook. And that is me.
All right. Thank you, Natalie. And next we have Pam.
Hi, everyone. I am Losing to Win on YouTube, and all of my social media are linked in the description box on any one of my videos. I do have a Facebook group that is, the name is Losing to Win Weight Loss Support Group on Facebook. But that's me.
All right. And we have Kanisha.
Hi, I'm Kanisha. I'm Miss Still Standing on YouTube and Miss Still Standing 1113 Scorpio on Instagram.
Welcome, Kanisha. And then we have Miss B.
Hi, my name is B, and I'm happy to be on YouTube. I'm getting a call right now, so but all of my information.
Okay, maybe we'll come back and let you say that again because I didn't hear you that clear. Oh, you're able to come. Can you say it again?
Yeah. Sorry, my phone was vibrating. I was getting a call from my mom. My name is B. I'm Happy Cashew on YouTube, and my Facebook is in the description of my video.
Okay, wonderful. And then last but not least for right now, we have Stephanie.
Hey everyone, I am Stephanie Anderson, and all of my social medias have changed as I've tried to figure out what name I want to stick with. So on YouTube, I'm Fat and Fun, and then on Instagram, I'm just Dungeon Diaries, all one word. And then I have a Facebook, and it's just called Steph's Dungeon, but I don't ever get on Facebook, so you probably won't find me there. But YouTube and Instagram is where you'll find me, and I'm excited to be here.
We are excited to have you too, Stephanie. Thank you for coming. And I forgot to ask you all what day of the challenge you're on. So let's start with, I guess Stephanie went off, so let's start with B. Oh, there's Stephanie. Stephanie, what day of the challenge are you on?
Well, I just started over. I'm on day 4. Today's day 4.
Wonderful. So do you want to talk a little bit about why you started over? What happened?
Yeah, so I was kind of late to get started, and I think I got to day 13 or 14, and we were getting ready to go on vacation. And I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I also work from home, and it was just one of those days where I didn't want to start my workout at 11 o'clock at night because I had to get up at 4:30 for a flight, and I didn't get everything planned, which happens. And so when you have like a 100-day challenge with like no mess-ups, sometimes life happens. So I started over when I got back from vacation so that there wouldn't be a reason to not get my workout in. And so far, so good.
Good for you for starting over. I mean, I think that's totally commendable because some people, of course, just say, well, that's it. I messed up. That's what I did last year. I got to like day 79, and I was like, because no one had not challenged, as far as I knew, had started over. Like, no. I guess if they just stopped, they just stopped. So 79, and I stopped. But Miss Natalie, who's going to tell us what day she's on now, she completed the challenge last year. Natalie?
Okay, I am on day 66 of this challenge, and it has been. Oh, I'm sorry, I got messages coming in. If you look at my morning chit chats, y'all know I'll be driving and looking at my messages. Anyway, I'm on day 66 of the challenge, and it was been. I almost didn't because during the time of the challenge, I can't even remember what day it was. My father had passed away, but I think I tried to channel that energy into just continue to work out so I wouldn't really have to focus on everything that I was going through. So that the challenge really helped me with getting through that because I just kept going and pushing and not stopping so that I wouldn't really have to think about it or face it. So I stuck with it. I'm on day 66, and I did do the challenge before, and I did make it all the way to 100 days, even though I backtracked. But this time I'm hoping that even after this 100 days, I will still continue to press forward and continue with working out.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, congratulations on being on day 66, and also congratulations for finishing last time. That was awesome. I think only a few of you really finished last time, so that is awesome. So I was so excited when you joined this time because I was like, okay, I will make it to the finish because I know Natalie's going to finish. So that was awesome. All right, and Pam, what day are you on?
Okay, after starting over, I am on day 14 today. I think I had gotten to almost to day 50 or day 42 or 43, and I had to stop. I didn't have to stop, but I stopped. And, I commend Natalie for finishing because she had a death in her family around the same time. My brother passed away suddenly, and I missed a day, so I had to stop. But I did start over, and so I am on day. I keep looking at my phone because I keep forgetting. I'm getting my days mixed up, guys. I'm in the middle of moving. I'm actually moving tomorrow, so I'm just all over the place. But I'm on day 14.
Oh my goodness, you're moving. That's something. Okay, so we are
So
on day 14 also because I started over again with you for my, well, I started over again with you at the same time as you for my video challenge. So I didn't know I was on 14 because I was kind of like, ugh, I don't even know if I'm gonna post a video today. I will
yeah,
post a video today. We're on day 14. I'm not gonna go back again. That's awesome. And so I think it's also interesting that you started over also as opposed to like we have some people on the Facebook group who are just like, look, I'm moving. I'm gonna keep it moving. I skipped this day, I skipped that day, but I'm keeping it moving. I mean, it's our own. The challenge is for ourselves. So, of
you know,
course, we can change the rules or whatever we need to do for ourselves. The point is that we're exercising together. We're in this together. Where we have this group support, and yeah, people were doing it their own way. So I thought that was really commendable of you. I mean, to start over again. I mean, maybe you hadn't thought of the idea of like, but also you didn't have to tell us. This is another thing too, right? You don't really have to tell somebody whether you missed or not. But there's this
it's a
thing, right,
lot.
that makes you say, because it's about yourself. There's this thing that makes you say, okay, well, you know what? I got to get up and do this exercise because it's all about me.
I thought about doing that. I thought about lying many days. Just that, I wouldn't be true to myself. I wanted to lie, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because, this is a journey, and I wouldn't have been honest with myself and other people. I wouldn't even felt right doing that. But you're right. We could have lied.
Absolutely, that's true. All right, and Miss Kanisha, what day are you on?
I'm on day 54, but I'm thinking about starting over because I got a iPhone and I don't like the tracking like system. Like I don't feel that it's right, and I know I'm moving a lot. And since I don't have my Samsung anymore, I don't feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do since I can't post the accountability picture of how much movement I did or how active I was. So I really want to start over. But I'm
That's
on day
interesting.
54.
Okay, good. So when we get to what's your exercise routine or what exercises do you do, then you can tell us a little bit about, how you're, like what you're tracking and stuff like that. That'll be interesting to find out. And
Okay.
B, what day are you on?
I'm on day 7. I started over too, just because I was starting a lot of challenges. I think 3, and I started them all at different days. So I just kind of started over to get them.
I think that's really cool that, that so many people have started over, because that, I think, encourages other people to keep going or to start the challenge whenever. I mean, literally, I think that people who joined in later, like B, Stephanie, were probably felt much more welcome than if everybody was still on day 66, right? Because you feel like, okay, well, this challenge is a 100-day challenge. You guys already started. I don't want to just jump in. So I think that's awesome that, we are. It's like Pam said, this is a journey. We're all unfolding, and so other people are able to get started because they see that there's someone's on day 3 or 7, or what day are you on, Stephanie? Day 4, right? So
Yep.
something, yeah. So something just like that. Okay, so Kanisha started us off before talking about telling us a little bit about yourself. So why don't you tell us a little bit about me, I'm on day 66, and the funny thing is I have lost track of what day I was on. I think I'm not sure. I've lost track. It's hard for me to count the days. How are you keeping track of what day you're on, Natalie? Since once you get into these double digits or whatever number, how are you guys keeping track with what day you're on? You just
I
remember from
keep
your
track
post
of
the
mine
day
with
before?
my planner. I keep a planner. And
Yay!
every day I put fit to love 100, whatever day I'm on. So that's how I've been keeping track of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. What about the rest of you? Anybody else have an interesting way of keeping track?
I've just been putting it on the calendar in my phone.
Cool. All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe just okay, where you're from, what your situation is or whatever. I'll get started so that I can kind of set the tone a little bit. If I miss anything, you guys could come up with something yourself. My name is Love. My channel is Fit to Love Me, and I have been on this weight loss journey on social media since February 2014 is when I posted my first picture on Instagram. I'm not sure if I really have my page yet, but I posted my first picture on Instagram, and I was at 288, and now I'm at 243. So I've lost about 40 something pounds, but that's since February 2014. So it has taken me a while to get this going. Last year, like I said, I did the 100-day challenge with Sheena from Determined to Satisfied, and because I could not get myself going with exercising, so I guess if we add that in, that can answer those first 3 questions. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from or where you live, and how did you find the challenge. So I decided this year, I knew I needed to do it again, and Sheena didn't seem like she was doing it. So I decided to start the challenge myself. My daughter and I started doing it, and so I have one daughter. She's 18. She just turned 18 in February, and she and I started doing it. So I was like, well, let me invite other people to do it with us in case she, drops out or whatever, or I don't feel as accountable to her, because I could be like, look, I'm your mom. Don't ask me about what I'm doing. I'll do what I want to do. So there's that. And I am from Miami. I live right now in Kuwait with my husband, who works for the military, and I also live in Atlanta. How about you, Natalie?
Oh, okay. Um, Goodness. Okay, I'm starting out with telling a little bit about myself, correct?
Sure.
Okay.
About yourself, where you live, where you're from, and how did you find out about the challenge?
Okay. Well, y'all already know my name's Natalie. A little bit about me is I started out, I've been a fat girl all my life, all my life. Sound like Whoopi. Well, not Whoopi, but Miss, y'all know I'm talking about Color Purple. All my life I had to fight. All my life I've been fat, okay? So, I see you, Pam. Yeah, so, I started out, I had got up to a max of 331 pounds, and I was like, okay, I've got to do something about this weight. So I started trying to do it and exercise and work out some, and I did lose down some. I got down to like 300, and then I was like, okay, I need a little bit more help because I would get there and back. So I decided to do gastric bypass, and I did gastric bypass in November of 2011. And
Okay.
don't let people fool you that that is the easy way out, because it is not. You work just as hard as somebody who is not, if not even harder, because it's just hard. It's just a hard journey either way, whichever way you do it. And I lost down to 292. Well, Scott, I'm sorry, I lost down to 192 pounds. That was my biggest loss. And then since then, I have picked up and have gained back some of my weight, and now I'm right at like I think I was 224 last week when I did my weigh in. So I've gained that much back. So I'm like, okay, I got to do something because I'm cycling in a spiral of going back up, and I will not go back up to that 331-pound lady. So I am fighting every day to keep my weight down, to get to my goal weight, to where I want to be. And that's one thing that I've learned in this journey, is that we can't listen to other people. Because when I got to 192, a lot of people was like, oh, you need to stop right there. You know, you're just starting to look unhealthy. You look like a horse. You know how they say with your shoulder blades sticking out and all of that. Race a horse is what they would say. But, you know, and I don't think they meant any harm by it. They just was used to seeing the plus size, the big woman. But I was not happy. I was not still not happy with my body weight. But then I got thinking, maybe I do look distorted a little. So maybe I do need to. So I eased up some on what I was doing. But, you know, I've learned that I cannot let anybody else determine how my satisfaction. I have to get to the point of where I'm satisfied with myself and with where my weight is. So I'm still on that journey of working to get back down. Right now, my goal is to get back to my 192, and then I will pick up from there. If I want to go further, then I'll go further. If not, then I'll stay right there. But anyway, I am from North Carolina, little old North Carolina. You hear me talk about it in morning chit chat, my one horse town. We got one of everything. We are so country right in this remote little area where I'm at, but I love the country. I could not live in the city to save my life. And how did I find out about this challenge? Is I was invited by Miss Love with Fit to Love Me, and that's how I winded up here on this challenge, to just help me to get back focused from where I was. I mean, I was on the weight loss journey, but not really dedicated to working out every day. So this has pushed me to actually continue to work out every day.
That is awesome. That was a great introduction. Thank you. That was great.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay, so Kanisha, that's a hard act to follow, but you got this, girl.
Okay, hi, I'm Kanisha. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Um, I want to lose weight because in 2014 I lost my mom and my brother a week and 2 days apart. He died the morning of her funeral, and I have a 6-year-old who's autistic, so I want to be able to be active with her and not worry about if she's going to run in the street and I'm too fat to catch her and something happens. Um, I found out about the challenge from Love because I follow her channel because she's doing Weight Watchers and I'm doing Weight Watchers too. Uh, I think that's about it. But if you got more questions for me, I'll answer
Does anybody have a question for Kanisha? All right. Let's move. Let's move to. Thank you for introducing yourself. And gosh, I'm really sorry to hear about your mother and your brother. That must have been really really tough. Did you gain weight after that? Is that?
them. Yeah, I gained about 60 pounds.
Mhm. So Natalie said that she had been overweight all of her life. I have been overweight all of my life. What about you?
Uh, well, of course I'm overweight because I'm 4'11". So anything more than I think what 115 for me
You're
is over.
4'11"?
Yeah, I'm a little person.
Wow.
But The way my body shaped, like I don't feel that I would look right in 98 pounds because my waist is small, but my hips and my lower regions are wider. You know? So, yeah.
Wow,
I don't know.
you're a short person with a big personality. That's cool.
I try.
Yeah, super cool.
Um, I am from Idaho. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Idaho. Where the potatoes come from. Um, so that's where we live in Boise, Idaho, and we love it here. And I have been overweight my whole life. From the second grade, that's when I noticed that I was quite a bit bigger than all of my peers. And when I moved out of my house, went to college, I lost 70 pounds, and I a few pounds away from my goal weight when I was in college, and it took me 5 years to lose that 70 pounds. So, what I was doing was maintainable and all of that. And then the weight kind of started to creep back on. I moved to graduate school, and life just got super, super intense and stressful, and I wasn't prepared for the stress of everything that happened, in life. I'm sure we all can relate to having those moments where everything just kind of hits the fan and you're kind of grasping to, hold on. So during that period, I started to put on some of the weight, and then when I got married, I had an undiagnosed autoimmune disease and some side effects to some medication. I gained a lot of weight all at once. So from my lowest to where I was before I got pregnant, it was about 100 pounds. And that was devastating to be carrying around that much extra weight. And I had tried a lot of different things to lose the weight, and just with the thyroid problems and some other things, stress, I just wasn't making progress. And then I found out I was pregnant, which was awesome, but I was, also worried because I was the heaviest that I'd ever been, and I had gestational diabetes through my whole pregnancy. And when I delivered Simon, I weighed in at 280 pounds. And I'm 5'3", so I'm short, so that's pretty heavy for me. And the doctors just, they really drilled it into me, like, you have to lose this weight. And of course, I'm like wanting to say, well, you don't know how hard I've tried already, but they have to tell me that. And they were kind, but they said, you have to lose this weight for your health. Don't get pregnant again until you lost, this amount of weight. And I'm at the weight that the doctor told me to be at before I could have another baby, but I want to lose a little bit more. So I'm at about 220 on my scale right now. So that's down 60 pounds from the day I delivered my baby. And he was only 5 pounds, so he wasn't carrying around much weight. He wasn't much of the weight that I gained because he was just 5 pounds. That's like dinner at the buffet. So anyway, I'm on my journey, and since joining Weight Watchers in November of 2014, I have lost 27 pounds, give or take some. Sometimes we fluctuate, and I'm on the up fluctuate. So 27 is where I'm at Weight Watchers. I'm a slow loser, but slow and steady is what's going to get me there. And I'm going to shut up because I'll just keep talking. So I'm done.
Well, that's great. That's great that you've been very successful in losing weight over the years. Certainly you've gained some weight back, but the fact that you know that you can be successful with losing weight, I think that mentally that's a huge thing.
Mentally, I know what I'm doing is working, and for the first time in years of starting my journey, I think that's what's most empowering, is finally finding what works consistently, not just for 2 or 3 weeks in a row, but over the long haul, over the course of months and months and week after week. I keep seeing progress with what I'm doing, and that is what feels the most hopeful for me, is to have that finally working.
That's awesome. And how did you find out about the challenge, and what made you decide to join?
Yeah. So I follow Fit Fabulous Mamas on YouTube, and they kept talking about the Fit to Love 100, the Fit to Love 100, and I'm like, what is the Fit to Love 100? And so just hearing about it, and then Heather from Weight Watchers, or I think she's Keto with Heather now, and Transforming Melody, they were like, hey, I'm joining the challenge, and they're on YouTube, and I follow both of them. And so I was like, well, heck, I'm going to start because I've been hearing about this challenge for like 2 months. Oh, and Simple Mom, is her name Marcella? I can't remember. She always
Marisol.
said Simple Mom. Yeah, Maricela. That's right. That's right. And she was doing it, and I was, cheering her on. So once Heather and Melody joined late in the game, that's kind of pushed to jump on the bandwagon.
Cool. Well, so happy. I'm so happy they all joined so that you could follow suit. So happy to have you with us. That's awesome. And how about B? Can we hear you now? Can you all hear B? We can't hear you. Oh. Maybe if you come back on again, because we could hear you before. And let's go to Pam, because Pam's back.
Yes, my computer cut off for some reason. I said the devil is a liar.
That's right.
But anyway, I found out about the challenge by watching your channel, Love. I've
Mm,
subscribed to you. I guess I've been subscribed to you. I guess maybe I something weight related. I don't even know how I got to your channel, but that's how I heard about the challenge. And when I heard about it, I immediately signed up to do it. But my journey pretty much started back in 2012. After a couple of years after my father had passed away, I put on a lot of weight. I was weighing almost 400 pounds. I knew that I needed to do something quickly. And so a friend of mine, she was a weight loss consultant. She had lost a lot of weight. She had weighed over 300 pounds. She had a mobile business where she would go around to people's homes. Awesome business. And she actually helped me to lose 60 pounds. So I lost 60 pounds, and after she stopped doing her business, I gained back majority of the weight. Then one day I got on the scale, and I was like, you know what, I got to do something about this. So I pulled, I just took it on myself, and I lost 25 pounds on my own. Then I joined Weight Watchers, and I lost an additional 50 pounds. So it's been a journey. So, and I'm here now. I'm still over 300 pounds at this point, but yeah, that's where I am now.
Are you doing Weight Watchers now?
No, I'm not doing Weight Watchers now. I've been off Weight Watchers now for probably over a year. But it's
Oh,
a great
okay.
program. Great program. I've been thinking about coming back to it, but no. I'm just doing a low carb diet right now.
Okay.
And
Okay.
exercise.
Well, we will come back to B whenever she joins us. So I'm going to go to the next question, though. What is your exercise and fitness background, and how's the challenge going for you? Let's start with Stephanie.
Okay, so I have always been an exerciser. I exercised every day of my pregnancy with him. So I exercised when I weighed like 140 whatever pounds I weighed. I've always exercised. I grew up dancing, playing softball. I was one of those kids that just, I was like the fat kid doing like a back handspring at gymnastics. Like I just have always been active, but I've always been heavy, and so I love to exercise. What I do now, I have a spin bike that we bought used that used to belong to like a health club. It's like a really nice spin bike that is really comfortable. So I have that, and then right now I wanted to do one of the beach body programs. I've done 21 Day Fix, and I've done P90X, and I've done P90X too. But those are like really big time commitment things, the P90X one. So I've been wanting to gain muscle. So right now I just started doing the Shalene Extreme, which is a weightlifting program. And before that, I've done everything from spinning, walking, jogging, body pump, which is like from Les Mills. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but I did the body pump, body jam, because I used to belong to a gym. So hiking is what I do in the summer. Just movement, dancing in the living room. I mean, I just like to sweat. So I'll do
Wow.
whatever, but that's what I'm doing now. And so far,
How
it's
fun. How fun is that? Okay, so first of all, I want to say that I thought that you were going to be the one who said that, no, I have not been overweight all my life. So I was surprised for you to say that you said that you're overweight all your life. And I was totally surprised and like floored when I saw your video video that you put up the other day with the I guess it's I don't know if it was called a 50 to 100 whatever exercise whatever the video where you were exercising, and she like was outside on like the I don't know those like the bar that they have outside where people do the pull-ups on, and she like put her legs up over the bar and hung upside down on the bar.
You know, I was trying to flip off, and I was like, I
And
might
you
break my
did.
neck. I have to live for my son. I better just get off safely.
You did flip off, didn't you? I mean, you
I
came
did it
off.
with my hands. I was trying to like flip off without my hands, but I mean, I'm not quite there yet. Give me a few more months, and I'll get there.
That's amazing, though. Like for a mom, you know, period. Like I don't care what size you are. Like for a mom who's like not like an active gymnast or something like that to be doing that, that was amazing. What do you mean when you say you like to exercise? What does that mean? Like how does that work?
So what I mean by I love to exercise is for me having I don't know. If I can exercise outside in nature, I used to be really big into mountain biking when I was in college, when I was dinner hiking and mountain biking. So those activities for me would take like 8 to 14 hours. And I used to do some mountain climbing when I lived in Wyoming. And for me, it's like a very soul-searching sort of activity. I'm alone or with like a hiking partner, and just like the breathing and the sweating and feeling like I've accomplished something like really hard, like, yeah, I just packed my butt to the top of this mountain, or I just rode my bike to this. It's a very like I just feel really fulfilled when I do that. The spinning bike and that sort of stuff, the exercise at home, I don't love it as much as like getting out. So it's a treat for me to get out, but what I do love is that it wakes me up, and having thyroid problems, I always feel tired and exhausted. That's just kind of like the normal for me to feel exhausted. And so the reason that I love exercise is because it gives me the boost to wake up and like function like the way that I need to function to be a mom. So that's what I love about it.
Very cool. Does anybody else love to exercise? Tanisha, Pam, Natalie?
No.
No.
So Pam, let's hear your situation. What's your exercise and fitness background, and how's the challenge going for you? What exercises do you do?
Me?
Yes.
Currently, just walk at home. Right now, I'm in transition right now, moving everything, but I usually walk on the treadmill. That's about it for me. No running and all that. Just not yet. But just walking pretty much is walking exercises. Walk at home DVDs. That's what I usually do. But no, I don't like exercise at all.
So how's the challenge going for you then?
But it's going good because it is a challenge, and accountability, just being held accountable in the challenge, knowing that people are watching me, and me having a Facebook group page where I am the leader, encouraging people is motivated and pushing me to do it every day. When I don't do it, or when I know I have to do it, sometimes I think, well, maybe I'll just start over. But it's like, no, you can't. You started over before. You got to get up and just do it. So, yeah, I'm learning to like exercise. I'm changing my mindset.
So I want to say to you that I remember at first, like sometimes we would make your videos and you would say, "Can y'all see me now, or you see Pam?" Just curious. When I'm talking, you see me or Pam? Me?
I
Yes.
see you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember at first you said, "Oh yeah, I felt like quitting. I almost didn't do it today." I was like, "Yeah, right," because I mean you came out like with guns blazing. I was like, she's just saying that, but then you said it like a couple more times. You were like, "I literally almost said I was not gonna do it today," and I was like, "Really?" And then when you didn't do it, obviously you had a big reason, but then also the idea had come to your mind more times. So this idea. So the way I think, like when we think these things or kind of really contemplate these things, like the seed is planted, But so I want to just say to you that you're going hard. This is the thing. Like, you posting your videos and you're like sweating and you're doing all this hard stuff. Listen, I know that Natalie and I know that when you are feeling like you're not doing it, it's time to downshift. It's time to, like, when Natalie does what? She's like, okay, I'm organizing my house today, and this is moving all around. This is 25 minutes of continuous exercise, and that is my exercise for today. Or just walking in place, watching YouTube videos, or and it doesn't mean like high intensity. Like, sometimes I'm like, when I'm just like not even trying to do it, I just will just like walk in place, we'll just move around like this for 25 minutes and move my feet. And then it's so funny because I ended up moving around a little bit more, but it's no high intensity, nothing. I'm committed to being because that's better than being on the couch. That's better than laying down, because I'm a big layer. I used to just lay all the time. Exactly. Right? So if we're up here watching the television, we might as well just be doing it, just moving around. So I just want to encourage you that if you feel like that again, to just move around. Just move around.
It's all in the mind. You're right. It's all in the
Yeah.
mind.
You don't have to do a hard workout. Just keep moving. I mean, unless you want to, unless that's your standard for yourself. Like, okay, I'll just start over again because I want to go hard. But otherwise, and don't, I'm no expert, because I probably exercise maybe the least with the least intensity of all of you. And so next time around, my next 100 days, I'm gonna set some kind of standard for myself, because I do that moving around thing a little bit too much, a little bit too often. So, all right. So let's go with Kanisha. Kanisha, what's your exercise fitness background? How's the challenge going for you? And what kind of exercises do you do?
I'm guilty of doing exactly what you do. Some days I hit that arm movement, walking in place. I'm not gonna lie, but for the most part, when I set my mind to it, I use my resistance bands, and I have some hand weights and stuff. And since following Simple Mom 16, the walking lady, what's her name? Leslie something. Like, I found her on YouTube as well, her channel. Sometimes I'll do her little walking programs because I'm like, wow, she be getting down in her videos, Simple Mom 16. So I'm like, man, it ain't even no excuse. I gotta do something. So that's normally what I do. But the weather's about to break. It's still snowy here in Detroit or whatever. So, but once the weather breaks, I'm gonna do some outside stuff. Like, take my daughter to the park. I live across the street from a school, and they have a track. Well, it's a rec center in two schools. So I said I want to start walking around the track too once the weather breaks.
And how's the challenge going for you? How is it impacting your life?
Well, it's kind of like someone else said about how it's like in your mind, you got to do this. It's like you want to do this, so I just push myself to do it. Like, I could lie and be like, oh, I did 30 minutes today. That's what drives me nuts about having this iPhone now. Like, I don't have the accountability thing to be like, well, yes, I did my work. So it makes me feel bad. But I'll be putting in my 30 minutes a day, though.
Yeah, I know you told me that you used to have a Samsung, and
Yeah.
so I would see, like, the Samsung will register that I've exercised or whatever, but it's like, that's, for me, a lot of times it just registers like the normal activity. So I know what you mean about that. I did, like, okay, I didn't actually do 25 minutes of additional exercise. So even though it's saying that I have been active for an hour, I know that I didn't really do that. So I know what you're saying about, like, it not really being necessarily that
Right.
accurate. So that's why I make sure, for me, I'm not saying for you, I'm just saying, because
Oh, yeah.
everybody's doing it their kind of way.
Oh, yeah.
The way I do it is I make sure that I do 25 minutes continuous, like something extra
Right.
that I wouldn't normally do.
Right.
So that I don't even really rely on that. But sometimes, but if I know that, okay, I really have been busting it today, doing extra stuff, like, okay, I've been traveling all around or walking all around, doing whatever, that's the time that I posted the thing and I said, look, this is what, look how well I've done. So I'm not saying for you to do it that way, but I'm just saying that I do know what you mean.
Oh, yeah.
about how it's like, okay,
Then it makes me feel better too. Like, Yeah, I did what I said I was gonna do.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And that and Pam, we didn't ask you what how is the challenge working for you? How's it going for you?
It's going good for me. It's changing my mindset. So my mindset is I got to get something in today. Even if I don't feel like it, I have to get up and do something. Like you said, me too. I love to lay down. But it makes me want to get up and do something.
Yeah, I hear you. And
Yeah.
Natalie, the one true diamond, how about you?
Well,
What's your fitness plan? How's the challenge
mm,
going for you? And what's your exercise background?
exercise background is couch potato, and
Amen.
I love to sit back and watch some TV and flip through, take a little snooze. Yeah, that's my exercise background. But when I work out and I go hard once I'm at it. But if I ever stop, it is just back to the couch potato routine. But as I'm working out, I can get it in and get it done. I don't mind doing it. It's like after I finish, I feel accomplished. And I even want to go a little bit longer than the 25 minutes. But of course, I do mine in the mornings before going to work. So I'm always running late. So I don't have time to do that. But and me, I got to do mine first thing in the morning. I cannot do it in the afternoons. I mean, I can. There's no reason for me not to do it. But if I don't go ahead and get it out of the way, then I'll make up all kind of excuses by the afternoon. It would be either I'm out store shopping, I'm getting home late, I'm tired, I don't feel like it. So I try to get mine done the first thing in the mornings while I'm still fresh and alert and get it done and just it's out in the way. I don't have to think about it. I do either now before I had quit before I started this I used to go and get in the pool but my work hours changed and I couldn't do the aerobic exercise anymore. That was so much better for me because of my knees, as far as aging, my knees, my back. I have back issues where I got injured at work. So the pool was just the best. And you got a good workout. You don't think you're getting it because the water keeps you like you're floating. But I'm telling you, if anybody has a chance to do aerobic exercise, water aerobics, I would take that opportunity to do it because that is an excellent workout and it works out your whole body. So that's an option for someone as well. But like I said, my hours change and the classes, they stop by the time I get off of work, so I can't do that anymore. So that kind of knocked me back. So at home, I have a treadmill and I have an elliptical, and I like to walk. So sometimes I will go at our gym has a walking track on the outside. So when it's hot, I will walk the track on the outside because I can walk, I can listen to my music, I can meditate, talk to God, and whatever people might think I'm crazy, but I'm walking, I'm talking. So that's my thing. That's what I like to do. Um, and what else were we supposed to be talking about? Because y'all know I'm long-winded. You got to say cut because I'll keep talking and talking and talking. Was that everything? I tried to write down some of the stuff we were supposed to talk about.
Yeah, I think
I
that was
answered all
it.
those
Your
questions,
exercise
right?
background. Oh,
Okay.
how's the challenge going for you?
The challenge is going well because it has got me back on track for working out. Because, like I said, I had slumped back into that couch potato mode after that last not fit to love. Oh goodness, 100-day challenge, determined to satisfy was what that last challenge was. So after that challenge, I had slumped back into the couch potato and wasn't working out. So this helped me get back on track with working out and thinking about what's putting in my mouth. Actually knowing that okay, why am I working out if I'm not going to concentrate on all aspects of losing weight? So I started concentrating on what I'm eating and thinking about that as well, being more mindful of this weight loss journey. So it helped me get back on track with my weight loss.
Great, that's awesome. Yeah, so I definitely in the same situation. First of all, I want to say when I first started, well, I don't know if I was following you from couponing, and then you were exercising. Then when I first started following you, I don't know why I feel like you were exercising with a friend, and y'all were doing not maybe together in the same room, but y'all were doing Sean P or P90 or something like that. Sean T.
I was doing Shanti Insanity, and I had got to like I was like at the very last minute, and my knees just could not take it any longer. I was doing good. That's a good workout. I'm telling you, if your knees can take it, that is an excellent workout. I love Shanti. Oh my God, and I just was energized. I just loved it. But like I said, my knees got the best of me, and I was limping at work. They was like, if you don't put that insanity down. I was
Sanity.
like,
Insanity
oh
is right,
God,
right?
they were like, if you don't stop Shanti, I'm like, maybe I better because it's killing me. I can't even walk around here. I'm limping, but it's a good workout. So,
Well, I gotta
I
tell you, I know I
yeah.
was inspired to see like a woman like around my age that like had been because you had your videos up there that showed how you had been overweight before, and you had said on there that you were not an exercise person. I was like, she's doing insanity. I mean, that is like the first thing I remember about you. That I was just like, wow, even though I know I probably was on there because of couponing, but I remember that. I don't remember what you were doing with couponing at the time. I remember that. I was so impressed. And I remember when, you stopped because of your knees and everything like that, but I just remember like, I didn't start because of my knees. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow,
Mhm.
that was something else. So yeah, I've been a couch potato all my life as well. I literally, I remember last year when I was trying to like, I kept saying, okay, I'm gonna do exercise. Like, I was not even setting a high goal for myself. I'm gonna do exercise like 2 times a week. I couldn't even get it to get, and I would say that week after week, I couldn't even get it 1 time a week. So when Sheena presented this challenge where it said just 25 minutes of activity, just movement every day, I said, because I was been so inspired by Sheena also, because Sheena, she does marathons, she does all this stuff, and she said that she was like us too, a couch potato, never wanted to do anything, like nothing, 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 and she does marathons, she does these runs, she's like exercising goes so hard. So I was so inspired by her, and she's like so many things that she said that I could identify with. It's like she gets it, like So it's not sometimes it's easier to follow a person who's like she's not a coach or anything like that, but she kind of was like moving in that direction. And it's easier to follow a coach who really has been here than somebody who's never walked in these shoes. So that was inspiring. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And so I'm glad that I did it this time. I did it because just like Natalie said, after that challenge, after I stopped on that day, I said I was going to start the next day, but in my mind, kind of like Pam was saying, I felt like, okay, well, I didn't really continue this challenge. So, and I just didn't feel like starting over again. Like I said, nobody else had started over again. So I just was like, okay, that was it. And I did not pick up exercising again until for a short period of time I was working at this place, and I just happened, I literally prayed for it. I prayed for like, I need some kind of trainer. I need something. I have been trying to get into the pool for water aerobics like Natalie's talking about for so long. But I prayed. I was like, I need some help. I need somebody to help me. And then like literally these people just showed up at work, and we went to exercise like 15 minutes for doing our 15-minute breaks. And the lady was like a trainer. Like she was like, she actually went to training school after we got started. It was like it was so God. It was so good. But then after that, when I started working there, I tried to kind of keep things going a little bit, but I even have amnesia. I can't even remember what we were doing, so that did not work for me. So I was like, okay, I need the only time I really was consistent was when I did the 100-day challenge. So I want to do that. But changes I've seen in myself are that I exercise. Like I never would exercise before. Changes I've seen in myself, I have more energy to move, to oh my goodness, my knees are completely different. Walking up and walking downstairs. Now, it's bad when you can't walk down the stairs. Like what? I don't know if that's whatever. Age, weight, I don't know what, but walking down the stairs was hurting my knees. But all that, like just the other day I was walking down the stairs and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know when it went away, but I was so happy that it went away. Walking longer distances, walking through the mall. I mean, it used to be so tiring walking through the mall. Like, so tiring walking through the mall. But I got this. So your body really does change, when we get into the flow. And it doesn't take that long either. So I'm really excited about that. It doesn't take that long just to get into the flow and our body changes. All right, so we are at 10 minutes before we have to go. So I want to ask, since we're talking about this, what are you going to do after this challenge ends? And just to make sure I get Nina's questions in there, would you like to have a face-to-face meetup? Obviously, I'm Kuwait, so I'm not going to be doing a face-to-face meetup anytime soon. But regardless, I don't know where did. Oh, I'm not. It's so funny. Stephanie was like, in case you ever heard of Idaho. I was gonna ask her if she was serious, like, or not, because it seems like she might have been serious. Like, okay, you might not have ever heard of Idaho, where the potatoes are from. That was funny. So yeah, I'm far away from Kanisha and from Stephanie. I don't see myself going to. I don't see myself actually going to Idaho anytime soon, but I am going to be in your neck of the woods. You're South Carolina, Pam, and you're North Carolina, right? You're South Carolina, right? So on my way to North Carolina, I could drive through South Carolina. Or y'all are right next door, so y'all can come and we could do a meetup for the people, whoever wants to come to Atlanta. So Kanisha, y'all are invited. It would be so cool to do a meetup at my house.
Oh, that'd be great.
Y'all don't have to
I'm
stay at
coming
my
to
house,
Atlanta.
but you
Yeah.
can. So that would be cool,
Hey,
right?
free hotel.
Look,
Exactly.
of course, you know, old thrifty mama gonna stay at your house.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I'm on a budget.
Exactly. That
I'm
makes
getting
that
here
makes
and
so
getting
much
back.
easier.
Can I just lay on your
Look, I
floor
got
or
a
something?
coupon for that.
So that would be fun, and I know Nina had already mentioned coming up before, so she would come up, but it's going to be a while. So my next question is, okay, what are you going to do after the challenge 100 days ends, and are you interested in a meetup? And I'm going to start with Natalie, because Natalie, you're in the same situation that I am in, where you said that after the 100 days you stop. So I would
I
like
think
to
you should
invite.
start another one.
I was gonna say, I'd like to invite you, Natalie, to start do another 100 days with me. I know we're on day 66, so I'm not inviting the rest of y'all because your mind might not be there yet. But no, Kanisha, your mind is there already. Your
I'm
mind,
ready.
yes, I'm not inviting you, so don't even think about it. I'm not talking about you, Pam, not you. Okay?
I'm only 11 days behind, but I can start,
Exactly.
we can go 11 days ahead when your
Natalie,
next
I
100
invite you.
over.
I'm challenging you. I'm doing what Maricel did. She challenged me. I challenge you to X blog every day. So I'm inviting you to do another 100 days. What do you
Oh,
say?
I was planning on doing that and trying to finish up with some of the people that I knew that came on after I did that. I know that actually joined because of me, so I was going to finish up with them. But we're going to keep on. Pam and who else was there? Wait a minute. What's it? Stephanie had 4 days, didn't she? Wait a minute. I'm just joking. That might be,
We're going to finish out the whole year. Just
we
the
might be at
whole
the finish
year.
line like, come on,
I
Stephanie,
mean,
you
we
can
might as
do
well
it.
do what? 300 days. It's okay.
Kanisha, you're
We'll be
scaring
at
people.
the
You're running people off. Trying to get people to
Don't
know.
run away.
well,
I'm
look,
okay. Fine. We'll do 100. Then we'll do 100 more and
But
100 more.
yeah.
Kanisha, I'm with you, girl. I
Okay.
That's
feel you.
right. That's right. It's a learning. I mean, it's a continuous fight. We can never stop. So it's not going to stop now. Whether we're going to do it every day or exercise every day, but you cannot stop. Once you get to your certain weight, you cannot get comfortable with it. It's always going to be a fight. So you got to always work out or do something. So we might as well get ourselves in this mind frame now as we're doing this 100-day challenge that we're always going to have to do something to maintain our weight. It's just not going to stay off, especially if you go back into old patterns. So now's the time to just think about what we're eating, think about our diet, our exercise plan, and just incorporate that into a lifestyle that we can live with. And you got to be honest with yourself. What can I do that I can maintain? Don't set your goals up so high that you're going to fail at them. You got to start out small, make small steps. So, I know Kanisha's geared for that 600 days of working out continuous, but don't set your failure because on this journey, after a while, you'll be like, oh my God, I did not make that. And you'll start feeling bad and backtrack. So you want to stay steady so that you can
Right.
get to your goal where you're at.
Exactly.
Okay?
Like
But we're
no,
still going
Okay.
to stay
not looking
with you
too
now.
far
We're going to
ahead. So
finish
we
with
want
you.
exactly. Okay, but you said you're thinking right now about continuing with some of the people that
Hmm.
started because of you. I know it was Cassandra started because of you. Is there
Hmm.
anybody else there who started?
Cassandra, just Cassandra. Uh-huh.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
gonna go through, because you're gonna go through at
I
least
don't
with
know where
Cassandra.
I don't know how far Cassandra is along though. I don't know where she's at. I don't think she's too far behind us. I
Hmm.
don't think. Well, maybe she might be. She might
Yeah,
be on
she's kind of
20,
far
30
behind us.
something. She's kind of far behind us. But yeah, I mean, we can still continue another 100 days after this one
All
ends.
right,
So
one more
maybe you
100
want to
days.
take a
Okay, one more
break in
100 days.
between, but then
Mm.
You gonna take a
you
break in
want to take a break
between?
in between and then start back another 100 days, or how do you want to do it?
All right, we'll talk about it. We'll work it out.
Mm.
We'll work
Okay.
it out. It's a good idea. Great. All right, so Kanisha, you basically said you're down for, because but you need to finish your 100 days. I'm not inviting you to the next 100 days.
That's fine. At
But
least
I
I
was gonna invite you. It's
was
about you. You invite yourself. But right now, I'm not gonna put that pressure on you. But
That's
yeah.
cool.
So we already know what you plan to do when the challenge ends. And would you like to have a meetup, answering Nina's questions, a face-to-face meetup?
Yes, sure.
Cool. All right, Pam, you're not invited to the next 100 days, but what do you plan to do when you finish your 100 days? And are you interested in a face-to-face meetup?
First of all, let me say to you, and I meant to say this earlier, thank you so much for this. This has been a time of refreshing for me. Thank you for starting this challenge. I really appreciate you, all that you're doing for this Fit to Love 100. So I must say that first.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
but
you.
yes, I'm very much interested in a meetup, whether it be in North Carolina, South Carolina, or Atlanta. I will be there. Just let me know ahead of time. And after this is my plan. Wait for it. I'm going to do a marathon.
All right,
Oh,
Pam.
I
Congratulations.
just
Go
got chills. Yeah.
ahead.
Wow, that's awesome. That's wonderful. So
I'm going to start training to do a marathon.
are you gonna do that couch to 5K
I don't know.
training,
I
or
want to
you?
do an actual real marathon with people, and I put the number on my back. That's what I want to do.
Wow, wow,
All
wow, that's
right.
awesome. All right, all right.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
I
right.
want to. Well, let us
Yeah.
know how you're gonna
Yeah.
train for it and how you're gonna work on it, and maybe, hey, you never know. All things are possible. Possible. Do you have to run in the marathon the whole time in the marathon?
I want to do a walking one to start off. I
Okay.
eventually want.
Ooh.
My dream has always was to do a run, a jogging, running one. Even though I don't like the exercise, yeah. So I'm putting this out there to you guys to do
Okay.
it. So
Okay.
I gotta do it.
I
Yeah, I
love
want to
it.
start with a walking marathon first.
Okay, good. All right, I could join you in that one. I could definitely join you in that one. Let's do it. I'll let me know how you're training and how that works, and let's work that out. Stephanie, so we're asking, what are you going to do after the challenge ends? And would you like to have a face-to-face meetup? I know that you're in this place called, what did you say the name of your place is? I never heard of that state before.
So what? Oh,
You said,
Idaho.
just kidding. I'm just kidding, but I want to know if
You know,
you were
there's so many
kidding.
great jokes that start off with Idaho. You know.
I know. But were you kidding when you said that people might not have heard of Idaho?
Sorry. Okay. What was the question? Sorry.
Were
I
you
was.
joking when you said that people might not have heard of Idaho?
Well, kind of. Yeah. I mean, I was kind of joking just because it's such a farm state and nobody really knows where it is in the United States. It's like I think I've heard of it because I've had potatoes, but I don't really know where it is.
Right, that's funny. Isn't that funny? So yeah, what do you plan to do when the 100 days challenge ends? Like with in terms of your exercise and fitness, and are you interested in a face-to-face meetup? That's Nina's question. Nina posted that on the video. We're acknowledging the fact that you and Tanisha live far away, but I invited you to my house, so so at least you don't have to pay for room and board if you don't want to,
Yeah.
or of course we can find hotel accommodations nearby. But yeah, in the at least like the worst case scenario, like there's something on the board, y'all can come to my house.
Wow, that's awesome. That is super generous of you. And yeah, thank you. I think it was Pam that said thank you for organizing this, especially this hangout thing. Like, this was awesome. He snagged me right at the last minute, and I'm so glad that I got to be here. So what I'm going to do after this 100 days is I'm going to do another 90-day exercise challenge. And so I'm just going to keep going. And so this has inspired me to get through one to kind of start building some muscle and stamina. And then I'm going to do another one so I can just keep getting stronger and stronger. And I would love to come to Atlanta. So, yes, let me
Very
know. I'll see
cool.
if I can make it happen. I don't know. I'm kind of, like, as you can tell, very entrenched in motherhood right now. But, never say never. So
That's
I
right.
hope it worked out.
That's right. And also we love babies, so we definitely invite you. We're all, we're women, we know how it is, so we definitely
Yeah.
we invite you to bring your baby with you, Mr. Simon. And we were just talking about that. I'm going to do another 100-day challenge, right? I'm going to continue do another 100 days right afterwards. So you can feel free to join your 90 days that you're going to do along with the 100-day challenge if you choose to. Natalie's going to continue on at least probably, I guess she should be continuing on like 75 days or so because she's going to continue on with her friend. And Kanisha has big dreams and big goals. So I'm going to let her, work it out. But she said 365 days. But we're laughing, but I'm with you, Kanisha. I'm with you on that.
Kanisha is
Well,
doing the challenge that never ends.
I mean, but I do think like the idea of a year, I feel like if I do something for a year, then maybe I will be changed by then. Maybe I will, because I'm gonna like change, change my goals, up my goals, get myself more involved. So hopefully I will be a different person by the end of the year. I'll be more of a person who's more fit and more into exercise and has a more of a mindset, as opposed to right now my mindset is like, okay, I gotta do it, dragging myself, sometimes doing these things like that, and I want to be better. So that's why I want to continue. And I feel like if I, lock it in for a year, then we can do that. Okay, we're at 7:48, 4:48 a.m. for me. I just want you to know. What time is it? 8:48, 9:48, 8:48 there. And I know
It's
that we have got
it's
to go because the
eight.
Sunday TV shows come on. So I'm just gonna say, do you have
It's
anybody have a
almost.
final word? And I will start with Stephanie. Do you have a final word for us before we go?
Final word is I'm so glad that I got to meet you guys, and I need to go check out all of your social medias and follow you there. And this has just been wonderful. So what a treat. So it's inspiring to meet other people to reach their goals. So keep at it. Don't give up.
All
That's my
right, thank you. And tell us your social media links again.
So I am Fat and Fun on YouTube and Dungeon Diaries on Instagram. And I'm not my Facebook. I couldn't even I couldn't even figure out hardly how to log into it. So don't worry about that. I won't do anything on there except for maybe
Okay.
be a stalker in some groups.
Okay, great. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so much. Kanisha, your final word and your social media handles if you have any that you'd like to share.
Instagram, Miss Still Standing 1113 Scorpio. YouTube, Miss Still Standing. I think it's just Miss Still Standing. um,
Are you gonna
Thanks
start making
again.
YouTube videos? You have an
I'm
awesome
gonna start.
personality.
I'm
Seriously,
gonna
your
start
personality is
because I
amazing.
want to blog like my weight loss journey again. Since now I'm like ready to tackle it, so I think I will. And thanks again, love, for setting this up, starting the challenge, introducing me to all these lovely ladies.
Oh, so
And
sweet.
maybe we should do this again. No rush, no pressure. Just let me know. Maybe again.
All right, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Kanisha.
You're
Pam,
welcome.
final word and your social media handles or whatever you call them.
Yeah, okay. So on YouTube, I'm losing to win, and then under there is all my social media because on some sites I'm Pamela or whatever. But yeah, that's who I am. And then I also post in Fit to Love 100 on Facebook, and I also have some videos posted there.
Awesome, great. And did you already give your final word? Any other final word?
I love you guys. I appreciate you. I feel like we're friends, and it's just good to talk to people who feel you, who know where you're coming from, who
Yes,
understand it.
yes, yes.
So
And
you know,
Miss
you guys rock. Natalie, you're funny.
Christ.
All right, ladies. Last but not least, the one true diamond.
Would you call me
Parting words.
Natalie?
The
Call me Natalie, please.
Natalie, Miss Natalie, as
Thank
she
you.
calls herself, Miss
Yes,
Natalie.
Miss Natalie. Look like I'm
All
an old
right, your
grandma,
final
huh?
word,
I am
and
a grandma. Oh, my channels are the One True Diamond. That is face. No, I'm sorry. I don't even know who I am or where I am. Okay. YouTube, I am the One True Diamond. Instagram, I'm One True Diamond. Facebook, I am Natalie Stokes Ward, but I don't do anything with weight loss on Facebook except for the Fit to Love Me 100 group. But my YouTube channel is a wide variety of things, but I make sure I label what's what. So if y'all are only interested in weight loss, then I do make sure I do that. But also, you might learn some other things out, like how to coupon, okay, how to save money on a dime, okay. So anyway, what else were we talking about? Y'all know I am a grandma. I get to forgetting. Okay. Oh, that's all my social media channels. And my last final saying is I am so glad to meet all you guys. And love, I thank you for starting this because it got me back motivated into going. At first, all when you said it, I was like, oh my God, again. But I'm glad because it got me up and got me back going and thinking about where I'm trying to get to instead of just talking about it because I was constantly talking about it, just not being about it, but talking about it. So it got me being about it as well as talking about it. And I'm so glad to meet you guys. And Pam, I just love your videos. Your smile just makes me smile. And now, and Kanisha, you got to make videos, girl, because I can
I'm
see you
going to
got a
start.
beautiful
I'm going to
smile.
start. Thank you.
And,
and you guys make
and
sure you follow each other because
Stephanie,
Stephanie posts videos too. She's
I
on
know
YouTube. That's how.
yeah, I was just going to say I got to follow Stephanie because this is the first time I heard, but I did write her information down so that I can go and find her on YouTube and Instagram so I can see what she's doing. I got to see this backflip stuff now. That was just,
Yes.
I'm not going to try it. I got to see it,
No.
okay?
I wouldn't advise you to.
Lord, y'all would have to come and get me like, oh God, what happened to Miss
Mm.
Natalie? I would be laid out.
Please
You
don't
definitely
try
need to
it.
meet Miss Natalie on that one. Miss Natalie, because no man. I was like, she did what?
So now I gotta go see it in the commercial in between Walking Dead because I gotta see Walking Dead. I'm gonna go
I know
find
you
you
got
and look at that backflip,
Okay.
girl.
to. Okay, so my final word is thank you so much for joining us on the challenge. Definitely, Natalie, you're the first one who I know who said that you're going to join. So I really, really appreciate that. You know, I felt like once I knew that you joined, I felt like, okay, this is going to be a success because even if it was just me, you, and Alexis, I know that you started as soon as you start posting videos, you were going to finish. So I was so happy about that, and thank all of you. I mean, the rest of you had just came in there and just really, really just kept this thing going. If it wasn't for you, I would not have been able to continue. So I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us on the on this broadcast. And I'm going to sign off on the channel. You guys hold on a second for me. I'm going to sign off on the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, we'd love to have you subscribe. I'd love to have you subscribe. And please leave a comment and let us know what you thought about the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.